Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I want to talk to you guys about committing to freedom in 2025. And I was inspired to make this video because over the past year, I've had some things that I've experienced at work that I haven't liked as it pertains to employees, as it pertains to people in management, as it pertains to just the overall 9-to-5 system, how it's designed, right? The things you have to deal with, the things you have to put up with, the life you have to live every single day just to afford living expenses, right? And I think a lot of us feel the same way. I think a lot of us think the same way as it pertains to how jobs are really a scam, right? How they're not designed to get you what you want. They're not designed to better your life. They're not designed to promote your growth and give you the wisdom and experience you need to make more money, right? To become rich, right? There's a reason why most people who are millionaires didn't work regular jobs. They're business owners or they're real estate owners, right? So committing to freedom in 2025 is something that you guys need to take seriously. You need to look at your life right now and say to yourself, if I hate my job, right? If I live on my own, if I have certain living expenses and I hate my job, I hate going there every single day, I hate dealing with the same people, right? I've talked to the management team. I've talked to the people above me. I've talked to my staff about their performance, about how they can get better, and nothing seems to change, right? That's like staying in a relationship that doesn't work, right? Like you can try to tell your girl something a million times, and if she doesn't listen, telling her a million more times isn't going to do anything, right? So it's the same thing, right? And the only way to solve that problem, right, which most of you guys want to solve, is you have to do things differently, right? You have to look at what you can do, right? You have to look at your talents. You have to look at your abilities. You have to look at any sort of interest you have, any sort of passion you have in life. It can be literally anything. There's people that make millions of dollars off of anything. And say to yourself, how do I monetize this online with the internet, right? Because at the end of the day, right, the internet is open to everybody, right? Well, people who have internet access, but you can reach people across the globe, right? That is powerful. That's a global marketplace. The potential of a global marketplace is way higher and better than your little fucking cubicle job that, is located in the middle of nowhere, right? So, you can't just sit there and get up and leave your job unless you're ballsy. Like, I know there's people that have got up literally, like they've got up the next day with no income or no experience in their business and quit their job, right? Am I saying that's for everybody? No. But what I can say is you can jumpstart the process. You can get going on the process. And just by you getting going on the process, you're going to start to feel better about life in general. Like, if you guys notice, I've made videos over the past 6 months, right? And I can say that with confidence, with absolute confidence, I feel better about the direction of my life, of where it's going, than I did 6 months prior to June, right? Because from last year, January, to June 2024, this year actually, my life wasn't that great. Like I was like, damn, dude, like I'm dealing with all this shit at work. I don't have another way to make money. I don't feel like I'm growing. I don't feel like I'm learning all that I can learn. I don't feel like I'm producing anything of value that's going to get me to a life that is actually worth living, right? Like working 5 days a week for someone else, is not bad in and of itself, but it's something that you don't want to do forever, right? So there's going to be a point in life where you say to yourself, I can't do this anymore, and I'm either going to take action, right, and do the difficult things, or do the things that I know I should do on a daily basis and eventually break out of this system, this rat race, or I'm just going to keep complaining, keep getting mad, keep getting frustrated, and sit here in misery, in depression, in anxiety, and frustration, right? And that's what most people do. Think of all the people you work with, right? Because I've worked with a lot of people over the past few years. And I tell you, it is not fun working with people who don't have any vision or goals for themselves. I will tell you that. It is absolutely horrendous, and it's absolutely discouraging working with people who don't have any goals for themselves, any vision for themselves. And one thing I can say is people complain a lot. I work at a job where people complain a lot, and I'm sure it's not just at my job, but humans complain a lot, right? I complain a lot at times. I've got better at it over the years, right? Because I've become more mindful, but I still do, right? I still complain. I still vent to people, and I still show the frustration. But ask yourself this question right now. Do you want to deal with that same garbage for 50 years, for 40 years? Think about people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. That's typically when they're starting to really consider retirement, right? You don't really think about retirement until you're in your 50s and 60s, right? Because a lot of people squander their 20s, squander their 30s. They don't really start to take life seriously, if they do at all, till they're 40. If you're getting to be 40 and 50, right, and you're just thinking to yourself, damn, I got to change. I got to get out of the rat race. I have to escape this situation where I have to deal with people that suck, that complain, that have no good thing to say. You're screwing up. You already wasted the majority of your life, right? If you're 40, that means from 20 to 40, you just weren't an action taker. Maybe you had some goals, maybe you had some dreams, maybe you had some vision for what you would like to do, but you never actually did the thing that was going to get you to the goal every single day, right? And that's the problem, is that, you know, a lot of people want to quit their job. A lot of people want to move towards freedom, move towards abundance, move towards financial prosperity. But I don't see a lot of people taking action every single day, because I work with people all the time, right? And they say, man, Matt, I want to do this. Matt, I want to do that. Matt, I want to go over here. Matt, I want to start this business. Matt, I want to do this job. I want to get involved in here. I'm not growing here. I'm not striving here. I'm not prospering here, right? And I'm like, okay, that's great, but what are you doing about it? Oh, the job market's cooked right now. The job market sucks. It's impossible to find a job, right? And it's like, dude, if you're gonna sit there and make excuses, I don't want to hear you complain, right? That's the biggest thing with me and just observing people in general. It's like, you have to look at life, and it's like I mentioned earlier with the relationship example with your girlfriend, right? If your girlfriend tells you, if you tell your girlfriend the same thing, you tell her not to do it, and she keeps doing it, right? You have one of two options. You can either put up with it, right? And your life's going to be miserable, and you're going to keep dealing with the same things. You're going to keep bumping your head against the same wall, hoping that the wall will break. Or you're going to leave, right? And then there's no more wall. There's no more wall you have to bang your head up against, right? And that's relief. That's freedom. That's what I talk about when I speak of freedom, right? It's the freedom you get when you know it's Friday and you know, like, damn, tomorrow I can be free. Right? Don't you guys want to have that feeling every single day? Don't you guys want to have that feeling that you're not banging up your head against a wall every single day, dealing with the same minute problems and not getting paid for it? Like, it sucks, but it's like, I don't have sympathy for people, because it's like, you know, they sit there and they complain, but it's like they don't want to do anything better than what they're currently doing. They don't want to step outside and try new things. They don't want to take the risk. They don't want to face potential judgment from other people by starting a YouTube channel, right? By going live, right? And, you know, in 2025, like, it's really, in my life, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking the same thing, but it's like, this needs to be the year where you may not be able to quit your job this year, right? You may not be able to quit it the following year, but this 2025, I'm telling you right now, this needs to be the year where you start at least doing things that move you towards that. Right? Because like I mentioned this earlier in the video, just the act of you doing the things you need to do to get you to the result you want, doing those every single day, right? Seeing the progress, seeing the results is good enough in and of itself to give you hope, right? And optimism. And even when you're dealing with the crap at work, even when you're dealing with the garbage that comes from working a regular job with low aspiring individuals, with complainers, with low lives, with bum ass people, right? Even when you deal with all that shit, you'll know in the back of your mind every single day when you leave, when you clock out, that you're clocking out and you're gonna clock into freedom here very soon, right? You're clocking out from the 9 to 5, and then you're going home and you're clocking into your freedom, right? So for you, that might mean creating a YouTube channel. That might mean writing a book. That might mean creating a section of a course that you're gonna sell, right? whatever, right? And I'm not saying it's going to be fun and easy and rewarding in the beginning, because a lot of times when we start things in the beginning, we typically aren't great at them, and we have to develop ourselves before we become great at them, right? They say it takes 10,000 hours to become a master, right? I'm not too sure about that, but you know, the point is that you're not going to be so hot at the beginning. You're not going to be so perfect at the beginning, but the act of you moving is what's important. Most people never move. That's the problem. They talk, but there's no movement, right? And like I said, you'll have a sense of hope and optimism that your freedom is coming when you take action every single day and you start seeing slow incremental improvements in your results and in your performance, right? And that's really what it's all about. And that's what it's about for me in 2025. And I hope that's what you guys start to take action on moving forward in this coming year. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. If you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. And as always, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.